When I was a kid, I had these big visions of grandeur and big, huge homes and all this kind of stuff because I grew up in a trailer park. See, when I was 7 years old, my dad died, and I had to learn real quick what being an entrepreneur was all about. And my mom had to work for 3 jobs. She had no capability to provide adequately for her family. I was supposed to go to college and ended up losing all my college scholarships because I made some big mistakes in high school. Ended up in the Navy, and by the time I was 25 years old, I'd buried 35 people. Life isn't turned out the way we want it to, far from it. But when we dig down deep and we start saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to build, this is what it's going to look like, this is what I'm going to have, this is how I'm going to provide for my family and those that I care about and for my employees' families, and it becomes reality. I've had so many things happen, good and bad. I've had money, I've had no money. I've had great months, I've had bad months. I'm afraid that every time I get into a contract with somebody in final discussions, 6 contracts fell apart in 1 week. $5.5 million worth of money's gone just like that. I had nothing to fall back on. I'm afraid of that happening again. I want to build a business that's not just a job, just paying my bills. I want to have something I can sell that my kid can be proud of, saying, this is what my daddy does. I think being an entrepreneur is all about being legit and being real. I invested into people and cultures and coaching programs and all this stuff that was supposed to help me get better, stronger, faster, and it didn't. Just took my money, and I'm sitting there about a year ago, and my house has now been flooded, and the city doesn't want to pay, and I got nothing, and I'm recovering from the hurricane damage, and I was at the lowest spot possible because my daughter says, well, Daddy, where's our Christmas stuff? I says, honey, it got lost in the flood. And sitting there, and I was realizing that I'd been just grossly ineffective as a man, as a husband, as a leader, as a father, or at least that's what I felt like. But the doors that are being opened now because of the tenacity that I was forced to walk in, it's a game changer. I don't want to be the person that drives the boat for your business. I'm not the guy that, we saw the boats out there in the harbor. I'm not the guy that's going to be out there navigating your boat. I'm on that lighthouse. I want to show you what you can do and where you could be, but also, more importantly, where the pitfalls are. Because that's what a lot of business owners run into, and entrepreneurs. They start doing so much. They get to that $500,000, million, $2 million level, and they start going through the same problems over and over and over again, and they can't even get consistent on their revenues. And they don't understand what's going on with their business or how it's working or why it's not working. And they get stuck in this massive rut where they're putting in 50, 60, 80, 100 hours a week trying to solve the same problems they had last week. And what I do is I see things different, and I see and understand how it could be and how it should be. And it's a weird place to be in because it doesn't always make sense to everybody else, but I see it, I get it, and I help people to navigate through it.